Hi, my name is Samara. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner, whichever you'd like, you can call me. Today I'll be doing my update for my deck of panning, Project Pan. This was created by Emily from emilynmax, so she'll be linked down below. And she was inspired to create this project from a booktuber's project, which was very similar, and that booktuber was Books with Maddie. I still believe that's her name. So it's basically, you can watch Emily's intro video. If you just like click on her channel link, you can find it really easily there. But basically you just choose your products based on prompts that correlate to a deck of cards that you pull from each month. The like cardboard is shuffled every month except for the face cards, which stay the same every month. And today I have 3 rollouts today. So it'll be an exciting update, but the more rollouts you have, the greater your chances are of drawing the Joker, which is a card that you want to avoid because it's the prompt, "Are you joking me?" which is something that you don't want to pan. So I'm honestly a little bit nervous because I said that if I get that card, then I'm going to pan my Milani eyeshadow primer, which after the last time I was in a project, I said I was never going to put it in a project again because that was torture. But I'll have to put it in this project if I get the Joker. So I'll just start with my rollouts and then I'll talk about my progress items and then draw my 3 cards. So the first rollout is my Melt Cosmetics She's and Parties palette. This was for the prompt, your most recent purchase, and at the time, this was my newest, it was my newest makeup item. I also had other items, but I figured this would be the most fun since it's makeup and I really want to get use out of my makeup rather than just like panning really easy items. And my goal for this was no pan left behind, which I achieved today. I only had 1 shade left to use, and so there's dust flying around as always. So I'm excuse me, I'm wearing that shade plus some others from this palette, and oh my god, paired with my Kaja stack, the mauve one, Mauve Okay. So currently on my eyes I'm wearing a combination of those 2 palettes, and I really love the look. The lighting is really weird because it's like this side of my face is natural lighting and this side of my face is like yellow lighting from my lamp, but that was just all I could do. Yeah, this is gonna sound cheesy, but this eyeshadow makes me feel like a butterfly, like a purple butterfly. It's so pretty. It's even prettier in person. It's not like not everything is picking up on camera because I have like a lot of like duochrome shadows and like shadows with like different colored like shimmer particles in them. So I'll try to take a picture after this and see if I can capture it, but it's very pretty, just trust me on that. Here's what the palette looks like. Maybe showing you this way would be better. Okay, here's what the palette looks like. It's really beautiful. I'm sure you've seen this before because it's not new. In fact, I got it when it was on like double sale, so I'm pretty sure that this is being discontinued. But I was really excited to finally get it in my collection. Oh, and I was like swatching different nail polishes yesterday and I don't know where my nail polish remover is, so this will be here for a while. So what I'm wearing today is this one in my inner corner on top of a different eyeshadow from my Kaja stack in my inner corner. And then I'm also wearing this shade, which is my favorite shade in the palette. I'll back up a little bit. I'm wearing that kind of like in my crease and like the outer corner because the matte in the Kaja stack is not dark enough at all. It like pretty much barely was dark enough to be a transition color for me, which is okay, but I really liked supplementing that with this palette. So to reach the like using all the shades, I did use probably half of these shades multiple times, but to get to all of them it took me 4 different looks, including this one. And my favorite shades were, I really love this one, Skeleton Kiss. I like, what's this one? Strange Love, which is the one that I'm wearing today in my inner corner. This one's my favorite shade and it's called Last Caress. Those were my 3 favorites in this palette. And I'll show you what they look like. Sorry, my chair is like squeaking. So here are those shades swatched in the order that I mentioned them. It's like kind of hard to show you what these look like with this lighting. This is a really terrible setup, but maybe I'll like swatch the full palette and post that on my Instagram because this really is not doing it justice at all. But anyway, I really enjoyed using this palette. I'm really happy that it rolled into this project because this is such a beautiful palette that needs to be used, and who knows how long it would have taken me to actually use it if it didn't go into a project. The next one that's rolling out is my Fenty Beauty Mini Gloss Bomb in the shade Pretty Please. It's just a pink with glitter in it, and my goal was to use this 23 times, which I finally hit my goal on that. And now it's down to this black line, so I would say that's like pretty much half of the accessible product in here, because it's, unless you take the stopper out, you really can't get to all of the product. And the last time I tried to take the stopper out of a Fenty gloss, it didn't work. So I think I'll definitely be able to finish this sometime this year, but I hit my goal on this, so it's rolling out of the project, and I'm not really going to worry about doing that right now. And I think I forgot to say this was for the prompt focus, which is just like looking back at your focus products for the year and panning one of them. And my like overarching goal for this year, one of them was to finish all of my Fenty glosses, because these are my oldest glosses. I got them in 2019 in the 2019 holiday set, so I do want to finish all of them if I can. I don't, oh my gosh, my contour looks so dark in this lighting. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to completely finish all of them this year at least, but I do want to make progress on as many of them as I can. And of course, I'll continue to pan them next year if I don't finish them all, but you never know when they're going to go bad, so I do want to try to use them while I still can. The last product that's rolling out is for the prompt influenced, which is just something that someone else influenced you to purchase. And for that, I chose my Revlon ColorStay Longwear Lip Liner. And this one in particular is in the shade Nude, but I have many colors in this exact formula. And I was influenced to buy these lip liners by Emily Noel because I always take her reviews very seriously because she's pretty much never wrong. And she was very right about these. These are the best lip liner formula I've ever tried, and I've tried quite a few. So even though the colors don't work that well for me, I still have a lot of colors in this formula because it's just so nice to wear, even as like just as your lip color for your entire lips, or just as a mixer, which is how I use this one because it was too light to be just a lipstick for me. It like gave me concealer lip. And my goal was to finish this, which I did, so I'll show you where it was on the piece of paper that I marked it on. Here's where, don't mind this is from other stuff, but here's where it was when I rolled it in 2 months ago. Here's where it was last update, and now obviously it's done, so it would be down to the bottom. And I'll like show you how much oh, and by the way, that was like pretty much brand new because I had only swatched it when I put it into the project. So that's how much product comes in one. And as you can see, like I can't roll it up anymore. It's completely done. And I really enjoyed pairing these two together because I don't like wearing this on its own, and I didn't like wearing this on its own, but together they made kind of like a, it wasn't like a nudie pink, but it was like a more toned down pink, so that I didn't just have to wear bright pink lips all the time. And then I also paired this with another lipstick of mine that I'm still panning, so I might roll this into another project maybe so I can continue using it like that. Yeah, those were all of my rollouts, and now we'll talk about the items that are still in the project. here's an item that was from the introduction, and this was for the prompt splurge, which is just anything you splurged on, of course. And this is my Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. I bought this, even though I bought this on sale, it was still over $100. This is by far the most expensive item in my entire beauty collection. And before I rolled it into the project, I had never used it, which was really embarrassing because I bought it like sometime, I think it was like in the middle or like maybe end of summer of last year. I can't remember, but point is I had had this for at least a few months and never used it. And for how much money I spent on this, that was like shameful. And I had wanted this palette for so long, and then as soon as I got it, I was just like, okay, time to put it away now, which I really shouldn't be doing. So that's why I'm putting all of my palettes, or as many as I can, into projects as soon as I get them. But I'll stop rambling now and I'll just tell you about the progress. My goal for this was No Pan Left Behind, and there are 28 shades in here, so it has taken me a while since most of these shades aren't very everyday work friendly, as you can see if you've never seen this palette before. So I did use, I think, 4 more shades since last update, and I still have 9 to go. So I'll show you which ones I used. They were all in the same look, and it was for like an orange look that I did. I used Stain, I used Chrism, I used Blaze, and I used Crest. I also used like 1 or 2 other shades in here, but they had already been used, so it didn't really count. Yeah, I have 9 shades left, and they're like pretty colorful shades because I use like all of the neutral ones the very first, not the first month because I actually didn't use any the first month, but the next month I used all of the neutral ones. So it's been a little bit of a struggle since then, trying to use these on the weekends but also using my other colorful palettes on the weekends. But I'm going to make it my goal to roll this out next update, so that means I'm going to try to use the remaining 9 shades in this next month. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to like stress myself out about it, but I really do want to use this because, I mean, it's just 9 shades. Like, either I can use that in a few different looks if I'm like really trying to be creative, or I can just focus on this palette. I just think that like, even though I'm not trying to like rush myself through this palette, I feel like having this in the project for so long is kind of ridiculous. Angle might have changed. I knocked my phone over a little bit, but I feel like this is a palette that I should be like excited to reach for since I was willing to spend so much money on it. So I'm going to try to, you know, do my best to use this as much as I can and like really get a feel for the rest of the palette, and hopefully make this a palette that I reach for not all the time but regularly. The last item in this project is my NYX Cosmetics Control Freak eyebrow gel, and it's just a clear eyebrow gel. My goal was to finish this, and this was for the prompt astrology sign. I'm a Taurus, and according to a Google search that I did, Tauruses like to wear the exact same thing every day. And I was like, yeah, that kind of sounds like me, honestly. Whether or not you believe in astrology, I definitely related to that, unfortunately. And at the time, this was the only thing that I had that was not already in a project that is something I wear every single day. So, yeah, it's a very boring product. I don't know when I'm going to finish it because even though this seems like it's really getting low, brow gels I feel like last so much longer than you think they will. So it could be out next month, it could be out in 3 months. We'll just have to wait and see. I think Tauruses are supposed to be like boring and slow moving anyway, so I guess it really fits the prompt, doesn't it? All right, I'm trying to like sit back farther because now my phone is tilted, like it just is cutting even more of my head off. But now is the time to roll in new items. So I'm going to like wash these swatches off my hands and then get my deck of cards, and then I'll be picking 3 cards and some new items. So I'll be right back. Okay, I have my Colorado deck of cards, but earlier Roxy jumped off of the top of my dresser and somehow, even though she's a cat, she missed and she knocked down an entire corner of like stuff on my dresser, which was a lot because it's very cluttered up there. And she knocked over my deck of cards and they weren't like in the pack or anything. So I'm missing 2 cards now, but I do have both jokers. So one of them is in here and I'll shuffle them. I'll see which ones I'm missing and then I'll show, like, I'll put the prompts they correlated to. I hope it's nothing really good, but that's what we're working with this month. Okay, I've shuffled the deck a bunch of times. I cut it a bunch of times, so we're gonna draw 3 cards. My chances of getting the joker are even higher now because I'm missing those 2 deck cards, but whatever. It is what it is. Everyone gets the joker at some point in their years of panning. Okay, the first one, Ace of Diamonds, King of Hearts, King of Diamonds. So all face cards. Okay, that's honestly kind of boring because like I always get face cards and those never change, but if that's what it says to do, then I'll draw from those. So I'm gonna check out what those are and then I'll come back and choose my items. All right, here's the deal. So the colors for the face cards are always the same, and ace counts as a face card in this game. So both of these were the same prompt and that was affordable. So I'm going to pick 2 affordable items, which that's boring, but I'm not gonna redraw for these. And the red ace, which I swore it was a black ace, but apparently it's a red ace, is to add another item, which is what I got like two updates ago, and now I have to add another item in again. So whatever, I'm gonna draw 2 cards, one to replace this and another one to add an item. And I haven't like looked at the deck or anything, and I haven't messed with it, so I'm just gonna draw from the top of the deck again. Jack of Spades, all these face cards. 5 of Diamonds. Okay, so I got 1 from the board, and I'll see what those are. Okay, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, like I didn't cheat or anything, but the 5 of Diamonds is actually to veto something. So I was like really excited when I saw this because all last year I didn't get the veto card even when I really wanted it, and I was kind of hoping I was gonna get it this time when I was watching other people's updates and I saw they got it. So I'm happy something finally worked in my favor, and I'm gonna veto one of the red kings so that I can have like a different prompt in for that. And so again, that's drawing 2 cards, one to replace the veto card, since that doesn't correlate to a prompt, and then another one to replace the king. Oh god, I hope I don't get the joker. I'm drawing so many cards. 9? Yeah, 9 of spades. 10 of diamonds. Okay, now I'm actually going to see what I finally got. Okay, so I picked my items based on the 4 prompts that I had, and I don't remember what order I drew these in, so I'm just gonna say them randomly. So for the Jack of Spades, a black jack is phone a friend, and I messaged my friends, so I'll like take a screenshot and post it somewhere on the screen. I just asked them what I should, like what category I should do, and they said eyeliner, or one of them said eyeliner. So I'm going with a mini version of the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade 0, which is just their regular black. They do have like a black is black version, which is Perversion, and that's the one I would usually get. But I think this was like a free gift with purchase, or I think I had 2 of these, and I got one recently as a point perk, so I guess I didn't know I had one already. But whatever, I'm gonna be using this one, and I chose this one because I checked the batch codes and this one's older. So here's where it is from like the base of the pencil, and my goal is going to be to finish this, and it'll definitely take me a while because I already have one of these in a different color in a project, but that's in a dark brown and this is just a black. So I'll definitely get more use out of the brown right now because it's like spring and it's gonna be summer, so I like to wear brown eyeliner during the warmer months, just because it goes better with like softer looks. But I still do wear black eyeliner once in a while, so it's not going to be impossible. It's just going to take a while. The next one is for a red king. I had 2 and then I vetoed one of them and I just kept the King of Hearts. It didn't really matter which one I kept. But a red king is an affordable product, as I said before, and I'm going with my L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade W6 Sun Beige. And I actually have, my goal will be to finish this, and I already have pan in it because this is just my everyday powder, even though I have a different face powder in another project. I started using this after I put that powder in a project, so now that it's finally in a project, it's probably gonna make more sense to use this every day instead of that one. But I did actually put in like my last year's deck of panning towards the end of the year, I did put one of these in the project when I already had pan and my goal was to finish it, so I guess history is repeating itself. But I don't think this is going to take me too long. The other one did take me a while, but for like different reasons. And I'm just gonna keep using this every day until it's done. So I'd say 2 months maximum it'll take me to finish this. And I'm already like to the edge of the outer ring, or like the outer edge of the inner ring I already have completely cleared. So definitely by next update I know I'll have the second ring showing. But that's for that prompt. And for the 9 of Spades, that was most recent purchase, and this wasn't my most recent delivery because this just came a lot faster than like older purchases. But this is like the last thing. This is from the last order that I made. I bought it with points, but that still kind of counts. It was like a Sephora point perk. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. It's just the mini version. Like this is the small version for reference, and this is the mini like point perk version. And I always like to have these because I use it's the Gold Bond. Excuse me. There's like a version of this, but just by Gold Bond, and it does the exact same thing, way cheaper. But I do like to always have at least one of these because it's so small that it can fit in my purse, and the Gold Bond one doesn't really have a small one. So my goal will be to finish this. It's gonna take a while because it's just gonna be like my purse hand lotion, but this will be going in for most recent purchase, and it's not going to be too hard because I will use this like pretty much every day, but I don't use a lot of it each time. So yeah, and I've only used it, I'm using it now, but I've only used it a few times, so I'm not going to mark it, it's full. The last item is for the 10 of Diamonds, and the prompt for that was SPF, so I'm rolling in my Supergoop Glowscreen in the shade, I don't remember, Golden Hour. It's the shade Golden Hour. I got this as a gift with purchase in one of the Sephora purchases I made during the VIB sale, And this is actually a perfect time to roll this into a project because I'm almost done with the SPF that I'm using on my face. That's in a different project. Also, I'd just be done with it, so I need another one. So I've never tried this in this color or any of the glow screens, so I'll be interested to see like how it works and everything. My goal will be to finish this. It's probably going to take me a while because I am only going to use this like when I'm going out in the daytime. I'm not going to use this every time I do my makeup. But it's okay if I don't finish any products by next update. That'll just be how it works out. Let me think. Oh yeah, my Natasha Denona palette. So I'll try to have my Natasha Denona palette rolled out for next update so that I can have at least one thing, because even though this is running low, I don't think it's actually going to be done next update because those take forever. So I'm really gonna push myself with that Natasha Denona palette. And after that, I'm literally gonna have all finished goals, so nothing else is gonna be rolling out. But that's it for my update. Thank you for watching. Definitely check out Emily. Her channel is great. She has really great projects, and click on the hashtag so that you can see everyone else who's doing this project. It's a really fun project. If you want to join, I highly encourage you. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy editing this video because I've had so many cuts and everything. So I'll end it here and start editing now because it's already late. So thank you for your patience. Have a great day. Bye.